Demonization of mental health. Hello everybody, Tom here. I hope you're all well. I want to talk today about how I say we, I mean the collective generally, demonize people's mental health. Perhaps it goes back to being children and being in the playground and seeing somebody that's different and finding a way to poke fun or belittle. Physically, we do it all the time. Somebody bigger than you, fatter than you, smaller than you, taller than you, someone wearing glasses, I've had that. We'll pick on a certain thing and make it a joke and point fun. Equally, with mental health, there will be people judging on what they're seeing without really any understanding of what it is that other person is going through. And I mean all sorts of mental health. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, PTSD, anxiety, depression, the whole spectrum, everything. We've got to stop doing it. At the end of the day, your mental health is as important as your physical health. And we cannot be so blasé and judgmental about things that we've probably never experienced. If you've never gone through it, how do you know what it's like? I never forget my granddad, God rest his soul. Obviously, my aunt, my mother and my sister have all had issues with mental health, from depression and anxiety to my mother having bipolar disorder, manic depression, all those sort of things. So my aunt was going through a bad phase in her life when she had really bad depression, and my granddad made one of the age-old adages, one of those old phrases that they probably used to say back when he was a young man: pull yourself together, man up, all those sort of things, which now should be frowned upon, and rightly so, because it is wrong to pass judgment. Funnily enough, and sadly enough, should I say, when my granddad gone into his own depression, because after my grandmother passed away, for 9 years, the remaining 9 years of his life, he was very sad and very depressed, as you can appreciate. Being married to the same person for 57 years, it's almost like having your arm removed when that person dies. And he apologised to my aunt and said, I shouldn't have said what I said. Now I understand what it is to be depressed. And never a more refreshing understanding of where someone's at than to go through it yourself. Walking a mile in somebody's shoes to realise actually it's not that easy. And then going through your own experience to only further enhance and reinforce what, the difficulty. So I think we need to stop demonising people for mental health and mental ill health, calling them crazy, psycho, nutcase, barn pot, fruit loop, all of the other insulting words that you will use to call somebody who's not in the right side of, shall we say, the mental spectrum. It's unfair and it's wrong to make fun of it. Only with more understanding and steps in place will we be able to help those that are struggling. And I've cut this video today because obviously it was World Mental Health Day a few days back. And I think the more we start to gain understanding, the better place we are to help those who are finding it tough. I'd never been depressed in my life, not really. I'd say fed up most of the time. My level of my anxiety and my depression went through the roof. Um, Never believe that you are never going to go through it, because at the end of the day, life has a habit of kicking you when you're down, and the rug can be pulled from you at any moment. For me, it was three really bad circumstances happening once within literally the space of like a couple of months that pushed me into this state. I now understand what it is to be depressed. I know how it is, what it feels like. But my story is my own, and I have my own experience. There are others that have suffered worse, and I'm not here. It's not here to make anyone feel sorry for me, but it is only to highlight that not at any point did I think I would be in this situation. Having been through it now, I can honestly say that the demonisation of mental health has to stop. You don't know what someone is going through. We don't know how they feel. Unless you've been through it yourself, I don't think you have the right to comment. I don't think you have the right to judge. I don't think you have the right to poke fun. Only through more research and learnings will we help people who are struggling. And I think we should ditch the stigma or try to break it a little bit around mental health. Once we do that, you will see a lot more change for the better. This is my first of 3 videos. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, as I said, please put down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? Do you think we demonise mental health a little bit too much? I'm talking, pardon me, broadly here. I'm talking like across the spectrum. I'm not talking about everybody, because most people know somebody who suffered at some point, and some people have been through it themselves, so they're less likely to judge. But I'm talking about people that perhaps haven't been through it, who are taking a very dim view of it, and it's wrong, and we shouldn't be doing that. We really shouldn't. We need to get past that. Only by being a bit more understanding and open will people come forward and actually perhaps get the help they need. By demonising people for being ill, we're literally pushing them away and making it less likely for them to open up and be helped. So it's not good. Please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. That'd be great. And also consider giving me a thumbs up and a like. I'd really appreciate that. And let's hear the bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. We'll be back in a couple more days with another video. But until then, take care all of you, and bye for now.